Hey love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. And for the people that are just now stopping by my channel, you haven't been here before, thank you, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by and showing support. And with that, all that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know moi. Or if you've been with me for a while and I haven't heard from you, please drop a line. I would love the chance to get to hear from you again. And if you feel like the videos just give you a good vibe that you truly need it for today, hey, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and share. It'll be greatly appreciated. Sending so much love, light, uplift towards everybody that's needing it to stay on your purpose, to keep you going. I know a lot of things go on into your life. Hold on, y'all, let me turn this down a little bit. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to turn that music down in the background. We're getting too loud. Sending so much love, whatever you're needing to keep you, continuing on your path of purpose, whatever it is, balance, patience, protection, whatever you're needing, I'm sending it towards you a million times fold. Anybody who's coming in to detour, hinder, do anything that's not godly, that's self-inflicting, whatever you're trying to do, hey, any kind of evil vibes, just doing some stuff that's only self-serving you, hey, it's going right back to sender. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas is all hitting different. It'll be if you really been going through some stuff, you really been going through like hermit mode, solitude, or you've been guided, to stay more towards yourself, to really just understand, what do I need to let go of? What do I need to heal? What do I really need to see a bigger picture of? All these different things are taking place into your life, where you're starting to look back at different things that is really taking place into your life that, it is really hitting you different. It's really, really hitting you different. It's just like, if I never went through these different things, if I never had all these upheavals, if I never had, people showing their true colors to me, how would I know who is real into my life? How would I know what is important to my life? What do I need to sacrifice? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to change pace on? What do I need to add more pressure to? Add pressure towards myself. Am I loving myself a lot more? Am I being more focused on what's truly important? Am I allowing things that's coming up that is, I've been holding on to? Am I allowing myself to really hold on to these things, or being able to appreciate these situations as it really took place, because it allows me to be the best version of myself. So all these different things is just like taking place where you can really understand, this is really hitting me different. These are the things that's really, took place into my life that really made me change the name of the game. It really made me switch up my strategy on, how to move forward into my life. And if I didn't have these things in my life that really took place, I really wouldn't have known the best part of me, the worst part of me, the different parts of me where I can see I've really truly changed. I've really allowed myself to grow. A lot of times we can stand in our own way. A lot of things that we can stay focused on can really, really hold us back. Be certain people that we allow in our lives can really hold us back. But then it'll be just these different times where, that change, I really needed that. That hurt, I really needed that. That neglect, it really needed that. Because a lot of times we can stay, holding on to people where we feel like, I won't be able to make it if I don't have this person in my life, or I won't be able to hold on if I have a hold of these different things. I can't be able to move on if I leave these different situations alone, or if I don't leave this person alone. And it'll be these different things where a lot of times we hold on to crutches because we fear that things will be different, or we feel that we may not have what it takes to be able to do this on our own. And a lot of times we go through that. A lot of different times you can really sit back in life, and I know I can, where I really went through a lot of neglect when it came to certain people and I felt like I couldn't be able to move on without them. Be different times, the devil will test you in different times, God will test you in different times, and it'll be different times where there'll be certain doors that just went shut, and a lot of times we're trying to understand, like, I can't move on without these different things, this is different for me, I don't understand what's going on, and we'll go into that panic mode because this is like a vibe we're not used to, this is a frequency we're not used to, this is a road of a path we're not used to. And all of a sudden it'll be just, especially like our spiritual awakenings, it's awakening a part of ourselves we were not preparing to deal with. And for us to be able to do that, something drastic had to really flip into our lives where things just start hitting totally different. Y'all, I'm sorry about that. Let me move my daggone instant. You going through all these different things, and it's just like, it may not feel easy, it may not feel, it can be, matter of fact, it may not feel easy. Heck no, this stuff it can be very difficult at times. It can be to where it is like you hitting upheaval. You get over one hump and there's like 3 other humps after that. You finally get over these 3 other humps, and you look over, there's 5 other humps, and you're just trying to understand, why is God punishing me? And these are the different things where it's telling you He is not trying to punish you, but He want to be able to show you what is worth this destiny you're trying to reach, what is worth this pinnacle you're trying to reach. When you say, I want to be this different person, I want life to be worth living, I want a life that I can be proud of, or I just want something that I can be grateful of leaving a legacy for, and for you to be able to do that, you had to go through some wars, you had to go through some some trenches, you had to go through some hardships, you had to go through some kind of drastic measures that you were not prepared to take. And for you to be able to do that, you already knew, if you knew you were going to take a turn, a lot of times that turn could be for the worst and end up creating something very beautiful for you. But right now you may be in the midst of something and you don't know where it's going to go. You feel something boiling up, and it could be, it can feel like a pot that you really just don't understand. It'll be that pot of water, like if one of them old fashioned pots where it has that little thing on the top of the lid where it just do that little clinking noise, and it'll be a pot that you got boiling, and you hearing that noise, and is permeating. It will be something that's really growing, and you really don't know what it is, but you're just allowing yourself to take to that point, because a lot of times we can get into that fear factor, and we all automatically just go into safe mode, and just go into safe mode, and where this is where God's telling us, you need to be that risk taker, you need to be that cycle breaker, you that one I chose for this, you're that person where I really can see your potential, I really see this charisma in you that you really had to really be edgy for. And for you to be able to do that, I had to kind of switch up your mode a little bit. When I'm telling you, is either you were in that vibe where life needed to change for you, and it could be, you could be that person where you just gonna let life hit you and say, well, hey, life is just really sucking for me, so I'm just let it suck. Or you gonna allow yourself to go against that grain and say, what, this is either me gonna let life just swallow me up, or I'm gonna allow myself to fight through this. And it's either you can't be that type of person that's just gonna allow that message to sit there and let it swallow you whole. You're gonna be that person, like, if I know you have fought for so long for so many different things, or you fought for a career, or you fought for a marriage, you fought for a relationship, you fought for a job. Now is this that time where I'm wanting you to fight for yourself into something totally different. And for you to do that, you're gonna have to take some risk. You're gonna have to be that one that's gonna really take a leap out on faith. You're gonna have to really believe in yourself, because it'll be different situations where God knows it's not easy for us to be able to make decisions, and we don't know where that direction is taking us. But then it's at that point where He's showing you, have faith in yourself, have faith in me. These are the different things that's going to take place into your life, where you're not going to understand what's going around that corner, but I need you to know, trust, I'm going to guide you all the way through that. And these are the different things where if it didn't hit different, how would you know what needs to be different? Or you can see that it's becoming different for you. You take a time out for yourself where you really sit back and you understand. Maybe you're that type of person where you always feel like you had to have the buddy system. Now this is at the time where your buddy system is you. You know, you had to be at that point where it had to be me, myself, and I. And for that to be able to have that, you had to really go through some stuff to where you gonna have to make some different decisions than you used to, or you're gonna have to move a different way than you're used to. And now you're seeing like, God dog, you know, my life is really hitting different for me. Or you can really sit back and just see, when we allow ourselves to really adjust and see that bigger picture into our lives, you'll see like, dang, you know, even though things got really crazy for me, I actually see I was making it on my own. But it, you know, I needed to be neglected. I need to have people that I was always supporting, just for once didn't support me. You know, I had to be the people where I thought was friends and family for me end up being, you know, enemies and foes, you know, strangers, all these different things. And then it's allowing me to appreciate the fact is, it's giving me a chance to be able to see myself in a whole different way. And being able to understand I can make it on my own. You know, different things may be going on to where I may not understand why I got to go through stuff. And it'll be just different things that you're clearing karma for. You know, you're clearing your slate for. There'll be different things that you know, it'll be just like, you know, when you see somebody, they making it big and you're like, man, I want something like that. But a lot of times we don't see all the different things that all these people had to go through to get that. You know, some people get it easy to where it's just pushed on to them, or it could be something that's, you know, that's left on that they going into. But there are some people that had to go through major setbacks. They had to go through different things where people had to go broke. Some people had to live in their cars, you know. Some people had to go into shelters. Some people had to go sleep on other people's couches, you know, or people had to use their little last money to be able to, you know, put into whatever project they had to be able to do. And it just so happened to be that time where you were able to take that change, take that risk, and you understanding for you to be the best version of yourself. A lot of times we're going to have to step into some unfamiliar soil. You know, I had to be able to go through a different turn that we didn't know what was around the corner. You know, and really understanding it had to hit different for me to become different. You know, for me to be able to become somebody I never dreamed of, I'm going to have to do some things that I never thought I was going to be able to do, you know, on my own. Or I had to be able to do these different things where I'm not going to have the same group of circles that I had before, or the different things that I may have been interested in is that I'm no longer interested in, or the different things that was something that used to bring me joy is just like, it's a bore to me. And it's just like you're changing every day. You're manifesting something every day. You're looking at things different every day, you know, and it's up to your choice to be able to do that. You know, if we're just still sit up here like, oh, you know, I keep going through these different things and it's really not changing, you're not probably seeing the change that's happening within you. You know, and they're always telling us to really just look, just really listen, you know, because a lot of times our mind is full of noise, or it may be on the wrong things, or maybe we're thinking of what we're having to let go of, because we're going through so many different changes. You're getting hellified downloads right now, or a lot of different things that's coming up that you forgot about that was very, very traumatizing to you, very taxing to your soul, to your mind, your heart. And now it's just at that point where, why am I holding on to these things? Let me allow myself to see what really needed to take place for me to be able to change the alternative of my dynamic of what I want in life. If I want to be able to do that, things are going to have to really hit me different. You know, it'll be a different thing that just really came up and it was just so hurtful to my life. And then it'll be just like, okay, this hurt me in my life. Are these people still in my life? Is the situation still taking place into my life? And if it's like no, no, and no, you know, it isn't. So why do I have to hold on to that? I appreciate that. It really showed me about myself. It showed me about my situation. What can I learn from that? Or even if it is still going on into my life, what is it that I need to change for it to not keep hurting me? What can I use this as fuel to make fire for me? You know, because a lot of things that take place in our life that really broke us, it was always there to break us away from that illusion of something, you know. And it had to be able to do that. There's a lot of times where if you're lucky to where you just wanted to change your life because you wanted something different, God bless you. But there's a lot of times, a lot of us go through so many different things where it hits us in a certain way to where we there's something in us that's really showing us to love yourself more or put yourself as a priority. You doing your self-care is not being selfish. You going into solitude, not isolation, because I'm going to stop using that word, but solitude in a hermit mode is telling me I need to invest in myself more. God and spirit is really trying to, really trying to speak to me. And for me to be able to do that, if I really want to be serious with myself, really getting aggressive with myself, where I say I want to live better, I want to do better, I want to make better choices in my life, that means we're going to have to, step off where God needs our own undivided attention towards ourselves on what do I need to adjust in my living? What do I need to change in my verbiage? What kind of thought process do I need to have? Am I allowing everything to take everything personal to me? Because it's like we can be arguing with different people. We can be clashing with other people. But it's basically us about ourselves, where we can be a person that we can project in any way. Projection can be, anything. It's like, man, I've been through all this and stuff like that. Like here, I project, but I want to be able to project positivity, being able to tell you, this too shall pass. Whatever you're going through is not going to be, something that's going to stay like that. This is just, you just in the midst of conquering something. It could be the old you. It could be you're healing from different things. You're letting go of something. And it's like you're right in the core of something hitting you different. And you needed to be able to go through something to where you can be able to speak differently. And to be able to go through those different things. Something had to really shake you up to where you had to shake yourself up. And it'll be different things where I had to be very selective about what I talk about. I had to be like, I don't want to talk about the same things over and over and over again, or different things that's really in my life that is taxing. Just being able to see everything was helping me create a better version of me. It's not me against the world, regardless of what I have that's going on into my life. It was always about me. And it's not like being a sinner, not being that person like, oh, everything's all about me. No, I'm talking about when it comes to us as individuals, it was always about you. You can allow things that's out of your control to hold you back, or you can allow that to be that fuel to say, not no more. I'm not going to allow different things that's out of my control to make me stay focused on things that are out of my control. But I'm going to use that as something to where I know I got to be better. I have to be able to focus on things that I know I can control. Like how I respond to different things, how I observe different things, not how I react to it, or not how I absorb. If I want to absorb anything, I want it to be something that's going to fuel me, help me grow, make me happy. Keep me at that vibration that's taking me to that next step, hitting that next pinnacle. Anything that's going to slow me down, or about, oh, let me tell you about what this person did. I don't want to do that. This is a whole new year. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to say, the different things in my life has me so more focused on myself to where I know I'm getting towards that next level of myself. I'm going to use that as something to be that thing that makes me hit different, to be able to see my life in a different vibration, being able to do that. And for me to be able to do that, I had to start talking about different things that's going to help me grow. I want to be able to, project that towards somebody. I don't want to deflect on anything. We all got issues. We all got problems. But what can we use for those problems to create better for ourselves, Until we can see what the problem is, you aren't going to know you're the ultimate solution for those problems. If you're tired of going through different things, we have to be able to say, let me use that to create better for myself. What in my problem to see I'm always been the solution for this? Am I going to keep focusing on that problem, or I'm going to create a better solution for me to alleviate that problem? Is this something I can change? Because we all have have different things that we can control. You know, our life is up to the universe, you know what I'm saying? But it's all about the direction we choose to take. That next step we choose to take. That's where we have to be able to know you are always the ultimate solution. It always takes you to make that first step, and the step after that, be able to say, I'm gonna allow this to hit me different. I'm gonna be able to use this. It's like when and a lot of time I have to have that self-talk with myself. Make me think about my mom, God rest her soul. When you tired of going through different things, you tired of constantly going day in and day out, complaining ain't gonna do nothing about it. You just sitting here complaining. But what can you do? What can you allow to help you alleviate those different problems? And when you do, you want to use that as exact fuel to be able to say, I'm not going to complain about this stuff no more. There'll be out here people have probably worse issues than what I got going on right now. But I said, they ain't going to change what I'm going through right now. But it's how I go about it on my day to day. Get up in the morning. Just tell God, thank you for waking me up this morning. Even though I may be waking up to a hellhole, be waking up and saying, this is my hellhole, to be able to give me that chance to create heaven in my life. If this is something I know I can be able to change, because a lot of times we're put in situations to make us change ourselves. Be different things that were sent in our life to really destroy us. But it was only destroying the old us that was built on some kind of stupid ass lie or illusion or a matrix anyway. And then when you start moving in truth, you become untouchable. You become untouchable. There'll be different things that people are doing or saying to just try to see if they can get a reaction. Or just trying to move, and then you'll be able to say that hit different for me, because that's letting me know, what you're doing, what you're saying, that has nothing to do with me. That has more to do with you than it has something to do with me. Then you change the whole dynamic because you're not allowing yourself to take that personal. Or it'll be different things that somebody may come to you about somebody else's issue. I don't want to talk about that. Or it could be something that somebody coming back and telling you, hey, I got this issue or this problem. And they may need you, just give your eyes and ears about something. They just may need you to, hear them out for a minute. Or they may, what would you do if you're in this situation? And be able to, being able to give them some kind of sound advice towards that, because they see, man, she or he, they don't went through some stuff. And, they may be still going through some stuff, but they're looking at that mess differently. And I need some of that vibe towards me to be able to make me do the same thing. And it had to be, a lot of times we get placed in certain situations to change the way we look at stuff. Change on the choices we make. Change to make sure we ain't making the same mistakes that we got to get us in that problem in the first place. You got to come up with better solutions. And for this to take place, it has to hit different for you. And those are the different things. It's like, man, I'm glad those different things happen, because now it makes me selective about what I think about, what I talk about, the things that I know I need to keep to myself. Moving in silence, not showing my hand to somebody, a lot of times. And just even sometimes my happiness needs to stay to myself, because if I know I want to be happiness about something, stay happy about something, there may be somebody that's just in a miserable vibe that wants to mess something like that up. Or it may be something I need to not speak on because I'll speak on it too soon, and all these different things that I'm learning. It's just like I tell y'all all the time, to be certain things that I learn through my hardships to be able to keep me sane. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, no, I like a little touch of crazy, but that'll be a good touch of crazy. But it'll be a lot of times I done saved my mind on not dealing with a lot of foolishness that's out here in this world. I had to be able to allow that to really teach me in a different kind of way. And a lot of times we may have to go through things repetitively, to be able to understand, okay, maybe I need to learn, because I used to love to be able to want to speak about things, but a lot of times I had to say, not everybody has good intentions for me. So there'll be a lot of things I need to talk about, but to a certain extent, because I got people that really admire what I do, and people that are really learning from the videos that I make and the different advice and the different things that I speak on. And I appreciate that. But I got a lot of people that are just trying to see what next steps to take to see what they can destroy on me as well. And I appreciate that too. So it just allows me to know allow myself to see certain things hit different. You start learning from different things, and it creates better for you. This creates strength for you, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on in our lives where universe, God, people that really see, really see something that we need to be able to see in ourselves. Something we really need to be able to see in ourselves, and we're learning from that each and every day. So, allow change to take place into your life. Allow things to really be able to see the bigger picture and a lot of stuff. So, things are starting to hit different for you. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of the video, y'all. I picked out a couple of tarot cards. I try to do this at the end if I can remember it. I picked 5 out already. And if you pick 1 through 5, the first one is balance. Okay, you're creating balance in your life. I said up here and say going through solitude and hermit mode. If you've been going through a lot of that, where something is just calling you just to create balance into your life. Have that time where you do things that you enjoy, that you have fun with. Whether it's Netflix and chill, or you're watching a movie that you haven't watched in a while, or you got a show that you DVR'd or you haven't seen yet. Listening to music, anything that gives you that upbeat of a vibe you haven't did in a while, go ahead and do that. Life doesn't always got to be serious all the time, so go ahead and create balance. Trust whatever you're going through. That's the second one, is just allowing trust to be able to know that different things is taking place into your life, and you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, moving in your power. Believe in yourself. Know that wherever you're being guided to is exactly where you need to be. Wherever you're in the midst of right now is going through something. You're in the core of something, and believe that it is bringing you towards freedom. So trust that you in your power. Trust that you're creating balance to be able to create freedom into your life. Whatever has been holding you there, just know just know it is taking you somewhere. And it's giving you divine guidance, going to different stuff like that. It's just trusting wherever you're being guided towards, whatever is waking you up in the middle of the night, your dreams or whatever, creating serenity in your life. Whatever you've been dealing with, your life probably been hectic. It's just allowing you to step foot in that. Serenity, create that peace for in your life, being able to allow yourself to do different things that really set your soul free. So I hope you were able to resonate with that, y'all. I missed y'all. It's been a few days, so I've been taking a break for whatever. So, just be able to take time out to myself. I leave my contact information in the description box below, whether it's to email me, you want to hit me up on Instagram or something like that. Just be able, it's all about spiritual networking, whether you just need advice or you're just wanting to understand a deeper part of your purpose of your path of purpose. A lot of times the different things that we struggle with is guiding us towards a deeper understanding of our path of purpose, and I love to be able to help out the best way I can. And whatever we speak on is confidential. So even on my community section, I leave different posts as well as my different podcasts that I share, that I have on podcast? My podcast that I have on Spotify and stuff like that. I also share those. I just shared some different posts that I had that I've collected throughout the week, and I was like, hey, let me go ahead and share those. I haven't shared them. It'll be like different changes that we're going through, the different new moons that's coming in, and these are different things that we're going through. It's all about letting go, all about allowing ourselves to go through the flow. Don't try to force different things. Don't try to control things, because things are out of our control. Don't be trying to do different things to shortcut some, because you're all going to take you right back. So go ahead and allow the guides. It's like trust in it, and divine guidance. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of my video. You know, please give a thumbs up, drop a line. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Please give a thumbs up and share. I'll be greatly appreciated. Even if you've been with me for a while, I haven't heard from you a while, please drop a line. I would love to be able to hear from you again. And what else? Because God dog, it's been like a week and I already forgot everything already. Even through social distancing, go ahead and give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. Those things could really take somebody a long way. And just because you're doing it for positive intent and motives, or hey, it's going to take you even further. So much love. Namaste. God bless. I love y'all. Shalom. I say much love. Peace. And please be safe and responsible for everything y'all do.